Really? There we are. Okay, so episode 56 today. How's it sounding? Oh, nope, hasn't refreshed yet. Dang it. Sorry, I'm a little. So I wanted to apologize. I'm a little late. I finished dinner, and then I figured I'd jump in here. And let's get this shared out. That way, everyone can know we're live. I'm going to be just a minute. Audio's sounding good today. Okay, let me close that. Pop in here. Oh, let me mute myself. I don't need to hear myself talk. Okay. Nope, I said mute. There we go. Now I'm muted to myself. Sorry, muted to myself. Y'all can hear me. Mhm. All right. Whoops, I almost had a typo. Now let's pull it up over here on YouTube. Get that all straightened out. All right, let's pop in here. And we're going to get this edited to where it's no children popping in because, absolutely love children, but my stuff is not for them. Not at all. Nope. No kids allowed. Sorry if you're under 18, you'll get over it, or you've lied on your YouTube account already and I have no options. So take your pick. Either way, um, let me copy that, get that sent out, and paste. I don't think I can send it from here. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's get over here. Oh, this congestion's killing me. One of these days it'll go away, right? I'm sure one of these days it'll get to go away. Oh. So, yeah, the last few days have been ugh, with my health, kicking my butt. Not one of my favorite pastimes type of things. So, got my pop-out chat up and almost ready. Let me shrink that baby down to size. Get that out of the way. Move it. Gonna expand this just a little bit more so it's not so small I can't see at all. Love it when you shrink things down on the window and it's like, yeah, by the way, you're not gonna be allowed to see it. Period. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, all right, let's get this started. I'm gonna start with a little bit of history stuff. Um, Hopefully it works. I am on the Riverside studio, so if anybody wants to jump in, I can drop a link. Feel free. If you want to talk about something in particular, chime in, add to one of the topics I cover, or you just want to come up here and talk, I'm perfectly fine. I will gladly have it. Anyone's free, just let me know. I'll drop a link. Um, so, you know, it's all good. In the meantime, this one's interesting. Mississippi is trying to get a couple of statues removed from the Capitol building. And if you live in Mississippi, your vote will help. Um, it's definitely sad. Let me pull up the article really quick. I'll give you guys the rundown. So Mississippi lawmakers want to remove Confederate statues from Washington. They want to remove Jefferson Davis, not Thomas Jefferson, my bad, wrong Jefferson. They want to remove Jefferson Davis and James Z. George. These are the two statues here. Jefferson Davis is on the left, and James Z. George is on the right. Both very important people to the Confederate Army. And as much as it's a touchy subject and a lot of people don't like it, slavery's wrong. I'm going to reiterate this till the day I die. No enslaving people. That's stupid. However, in this case, it's still a part of our history. And the reason these people are important is not because they fought for slavery, but the separation of powers, get the state separated. They had the right to leave America and become an independent country. It was all it was perfect. They could have easily done it, but no. Lincoln had an issue with it. That's a whole nother topic. Well, not a whole nother topic, but that's a whole nother day. I could literally just go through. We could have a great conversation about that one day if anyone wants to hear it. So, yeah, the state of Mississippi is having a fit. The proposal for the replacements by November 30th of 2025. Y'all can go talk to your representatives and if you live in Mississippi, your local representatives who represent you at state level. Yeah, have a fit. They're trying to erase history. It is absolutely horrific. Do not erase history. Erasing history gets you nowhere. Stalin used to do this stuff. He'd edit pictures and news articles, and just don't tolerate this crap here in America. Only communists need to erase history. Only communists need to. And it is just bull crap. Don't tolerate it. If you live in Mississippi, pitch a fit. This next one pertaining to history, and y'all know me, I am not a Clinton fan, but this old picture is actually something worth seeing. Okay. This is Bill and Hillary in the 1970s. Let me enlarge this a little bit. So y'all can see it. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Sorry. Yep. Bill and Hillary in 1970s. My God, they look so young compared to when they were in office in the 90s. Wow. Just absolutely mind-blowing. And again, I don't like them. I don't like them politically, but it is an amazing bit of history, and I can even respect that, even if I don't agree with their politics. At least they looked happy. They actually looked genuinely happy back then. So, it's always good. Next thing I want to cover is a little bit of hypocrisy here. And all I can say is it's about darn time, because I'm trying not to cuss. But the medical field is finally getting some oxygen to their brains. Do no harm is the greatest thing. Their most recent win against University of Washington Medical School for creating a minority-only network site. And let me pull up their... So, University of Washington School of Medicine removes race-based restrictions after do no harm lawsuit. So evidently there was some race restrictions, and let me see what this webpage is really fast. Want to just make sure I read this right. It was Richmond, Virginia. I thought it was what? Oh, I told someone on my server it was Washington. He asked if it was Washington State. No, it's Richmond, Virginia. So heading over towards Washington, D.C. Yeah, evidently the school. This is just a press release page. It doesn't have anything more important, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Originally only. Oh, okay. So it said, hold on. So originally only Black and Indigenous and people of color students and physicians were eligible to participate in the physician's directory, a database of physicians and students could use for career advice. but on October 15th, Do No Harm filed a lawsuit against the school, claiming the directory violated the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment in 1964 civil rights. So good for them. So they were basically telling people, nope, you can't be mentored or anything like that by a white doctor, only people of color. Wow. Um, yeah, I'm glad they stepped up and did something because the link to this will be in the description. But yeah, it's about darn time that people started putting their foot down with some stuff. It really needed to end. Um, this is going to be the predominant of the conversations today. The California wildfires, but this isn't nope, sorry, this isn't the California wild. Well, technically it is, but it isn't. So while the state is burning, this was the other day, on the 11th, the state of California decided to hold a special legislative session to prepare for Donald Trump. They decided to allocate 25 million to sue Trump in his upcoming term. As for the wildfire, no one knows. You know, the locals will figure it out, right? That's what Newsom said the other day. Yeah. So, you know, why care about California? All they care about is getting Trump, suing Trump, be mean to Trump. They're idiots. This one pisses me off. It's technically overseas, but I could see it coming here to America. Um, Evidently, in 2023, the UN report calls for decriminalizing all adult activities, including between adults and children. Yeah. Well, the New Yorker is sitting here having a fit because Elon Musk has become fixated with exploitation of children in inappropriate ways in a deindustrialized English towns, much of which took place more than a decade ago. Well, the thing is, it goes to show that over the many decades, your stupid ass country over there in, England has been harming children and not doing anything to stop it. So, that's kind of why that's the case. So, I'm going to go slightly off topic and pull this video. This actually has got me a bit heated. So I'm terrible with names, but this UFC fighter got kicked off of a plane, and for all the stupid reasons, I'm going to let Jesse on Fire explain it because dude's awesome and he really knows UFC in and out. I just, if you don't follow Jesse on Fire on Rumble or YouTube, go do so. Dude is awesome. In the meantime, let's give a listen. I'll try to get through a good chunk of it, but if not, worse things in life have happened.
All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back. So we've got a crazy situation that just happened today with Khabib getting removed from a plane. And from all reporting, it looks like he was being racially profiled because he's...
And that's what I was saying. I even said it on my server. He's being racially profiled because of all the tensions right now, all this nonsense. And I will say it till I'm blue in the face. Not every Muslim or Middle Eastern person is an extremist. Most of them are sane and normal, but here we are.
Muslim or something. Now, where there's a video of it, which obviously we're going to watch, but I was originally, after I first watched this, going to come up here and be like, you guys, he didn't get racially profiled. He misunderstood the question. Because, obviously, well, I don't know about obviously you didn't know this yet, but he was sitting in an exit row. And I had assumed that what happened was they asked him, are you willing to assist people? And he might have said no, because maybe he thought that they were asking him to get up and go take a picture with someone or something. He is like one of the most famous people on earth. So like, I thought maybe he misunderstood the question and then they removed him, but that's not what happened. And I'm very curious to hear what Alaska Airlines is going to say about this incident, given that,
no, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't Alaska Airlines. It was a different airline. There was a later tweet from Khabib, that stated it wasn't Alaskan Airlines. It was another one, and I cannot think of it off the top of my head, so I do apologize in advance. Um, cannot think of it to save my life right now. So, but it's not Alaskan Airlines, it's a different airline. Okay. So you can disregard Alaska Airlines, don't go after them, but definitely hear this out.
Yeah, it's unfortunate no one on the crew was a UFC fan because they could have been like, dude, that's Khabib Nurmagomedov. Okay. Just, he says he's willing to, like, what are we doing? You don't want this video going viral right now. But they did, and it died. What? Anyway, then we're also going to watch Islam Makhachev apparently body shot Aiden Ross, and then I think he puts him in a twister as well.
Oh, that's
so we'll talk about that, and also we will discuss a couple things about the fights last night that I thought were extraordinarily notable, especially Chris Curtis stoppage, which man, that was horrendous. That's the worst stoppage I have ever seen after this other stuff. So we'll get into it right now. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
I do apologize. He is a talky person, but he's good. I just want to jump a little bit ahead because, got other things to get through. And, I've got a lot to complain about when it comes to California in a few minutes.
If you haven't yet, I appreciate you guys doing that. It helps the channel immensely. And I'm also going to tell you about the sponsors video, Prize Picks. Now, if I told you that you could, whether you win or lose, pick in a specific that resulted in him being removed from the plane on Sunday, it's an amazing to know who you guys are picking. Let's read this.
There we go.
Thing, and then I'll show you guys the video and we'll discuss. So Khabib was involved in an exit row dispute on an Alaska Airlines flight that resulted in him being removed from the plane. On Sunday, clip of Nurmagomedov having a disagreement with a flight attendant went viral. The footage shows Nurmagomedov being asked to change seats, the fighter refusing, and the attendant telling him that a supervisor can be called to escort him off the plane. He was so polite in this, by the way. Let's watch this. So this says Khabib removed from the plane. It seems like even one of the most famous Muslims in the world couldn't escape racial profiling in America. All right, so let's see what you guys think about this.
It's not about the language. I know how to help you. And now you guys, because this woman don't understand what she's talking about. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're either going to have you switch your seat because my flight attendants are not allowing you to sit in that exit row, or you're going to have to get off this plane and then we'll have you because they're not comfortable with sitting in the exit row. My flight attendants. And unfortunately,
she said it right there. My flight attendants aren't comfortable with you sitting there. How is that okay?
It is fair. Yes, it is. You guys, when I was checking, they asked me, do I know it? Yes, I said. And they said yes. I understand that, but it's also off of their judgment. I'm not going to do this back and forth. I will call a supervisor. You can either take a different seat, or we can go ahead and escort you off the plane. Which one are we doing? Okay, I'll call a supervisor, and then we're going to have to rebook you for a different flight. Josh, do you copy?
Correct. What a stupid bitch.
I said the same thing when I saw the video, but I'm trying not to cuss, so I'm letting him do it for me.
Like, she's like, I'm not going to do this with you, guy. You don't speak English. He's like, I'm literally speaking English to you right now. That's wild, dude. That is wild. And yeah, the disagreement appeared to be over Nurmagomedov's English speaking skills in regard to his ability to assist other passengers in an.
I call bull crap. One, he's a UFC guy. He's got more muscle and his reaction times are going to be faster. He's going to be calm under pressure. And they're going to sit there and say it's because of his English. His English is fine. Have y'all ever listened to an interview? No, dude's English is fine. He's just got a thicker accent. He'll be able to help. They're just being idiots.
emergency as he was seated next to one of the emergency. I know the language. I know how to help people. It's not about the language. The attendant response. Hey, oh my God. Hey, lucky they protected the flight from Khabib helping people in an exit row. Hey, who on fucking earth do you think would be better equipped to help people in case of an emergency?
And here he is saying what I just said. I haven't watched his video yet. Okay, I'm watching it fresh with you guys. I have not seen this before. So when I'm sitting here saying, I've said that, I literally just said it minutes before him. And this is it. Again, I'm livid.
Than that guy. And they threw him off the plane. What an absolute moron that chick is, dude. It's not about the language. Really, what is it about then? You just said they said the concern is his ability to speak English in the event of an emergency. Okay. Now, I will certainly acknowledge, I will acknowledge that I can pick out professional fighters immediately when I look at them, right? Like if it do most of the time. If I look, I'm like, oh, that guy fights, or even like just really, really serious. You just look at them, and you're like they look like tough ass dudes, obviously. And Khabib and his crew look like tough ass dudes. And if you're like not in the martial arts community, maybe they look like tough ass terrorists, but there's no excuse, dude. They didn't do anything wrong. Nothing. They're just sitting there. He's like having a conversation with them. And by the way, no one on the plane was like, hey, bitch, that's Khabib Nurmagomedov, you fucking idiot. Okay. You know who Conor McGregor is? You never heard about the guy, Khabib, that beat the shit out of Conor McGregor. You never heard about it. You don't know who that is. Undefeated, never lost a round, UFC champion, super famous, philanthropist, has never had a single negative story written about it. Like he's a good, like I would have just been like, hey, idiot. What? Are you talking to them or me? I'm talking to you, idiot. Do you know who that is? Okay. What are you doing right now? What the fuck are you doing? That's the undefeated UFC champion. He speaks perfect English. I mean, he speaks English good enough. What a moron, dude. That's unreal. All right, so let's start.
Okay. That's all we need to watch on that, because the rest of it, y'all may not even be interested in. But if you are, either you already follow him on X, or the link will be in the description when I'm done. In the meantime, next topic-ish. This is pertaining to the border, something I usually touch on and have a fit about routinely. Y'all hear it all the time. It's only 53 seconds, but authorities uncover a tunnel equipped with electricity and ventilation between the U.S.-Mexico border in El Paso. I thought we had a secure border, Mr. Blinken, Secretary of whatever the hell you do. Yeah. How long is this? You know how long it takes to build a tunnel like this? Like, seriously? Do they have any idea? Let's watch this. And again, I've got family in construction. Let's watch this. I know what this
into
takes.
El Paso, which prompted a multi-agency response from.
Okay, look at this. They shored up the walls. They have electricity running through it. You can see the green light right there. They have ventilation.
Both U.S. and Mexico.
Look at this. They didn't just make this in a day or two. I got news for them. This took weeks or months to clear all this out, put up these supports, all this tubing and piping for ventilation, electricity.
Mexican
Come on.
officials. This walkthrough video was shared with us earlier this evening.
Look at that. There's no way in hell this was done in a matter of days. This has been going on for a long ass time, and our government let it happen. Our government let this happen. You guys know that. And I know you know why I'm pissed. Anyone who's been following me long enough knows why I'm pissed. This shit keeps happening. And they can't just collapse the tunnel. No, that ain't going to work. They got to fill that shit in. That's going to take time and money. And guess what's going to happen? mother duckers are going to come back and dig it out again. They're going to have to rip out all those support structures, all the electric lines, all the ventilation lines. Don't make it easy on them. But, like, come on.
Courtesy of Mexican officials. Now, we first brought you this story during yesterday's newscast as breaking news, as Border Patrol was investigating the situation. Since then, Homeland Security Investigations says that it is believed this tunnel was constructed within the past year.
Maybe if they have a couple hundred people working on it 24/7. I mean, come on. Seriously? Hey, JJ. This is just, there's no way. I'm calling BS even on the 1 year thing. They've been working on this more than a year because they can't work on it 24/7. I mean, they're hauling out truckloads of dirt. And you mean to tell me neither Border Patrol saw that? Neither Border Patrol saw this tunnel being dug out that goes from under the border on the side of Mexico into El Paso. No one saw the truckloads of dirt getting pulled out. Come on, I call bullshit.
Officials saying the tunnel extends under the U.S.-Mexico border
between El Paso and whereas. Sorry. I call bullshit. I'm going to continue to call bullshit because you can't dig a tunnel like that with no one noticing, especially that close to one big city and a relatively big city on the other side. I'm calling BS. Our Border Patrol has been told to look the other way. Our government is looking the other way. Mexico's government is looking the other way. I'm calling complete and utter bullshit. It's been going on longer than a year because it would take working on that 24/7, hauling truckloads out. And you want to tell me nobody noticed? Nobody noticed and nobody reported it and no Border Patrol stumbled across it sooner? Come on. Come on.
To the Boone Street storm drain in El Paso. It measures approximately 4 feet wide and 6 feet high.
4 feet wide, 6 foot high. 2 across, basically. If you want to squeeze really tight. If you want some room to maneuver, single file. So single file working, hauling buckets, wheelbarrows of dirt was unnoticed. Dude, are we really that stupid? Do we appear this stupid to you guys? Like, anyone who believes that this came up in just the last year, it might have finally opened last year, but it was built over more than a year. I'm sorry. When you look at that structure, I'm calling BS.
Held up by wood beams equipped with electricity and even ventilation. Border Patrol says agents conduct.
Oh, I have a bullshit button. Give me a second. Hold on. Where did I put it? I have a bullshit button. Where did it go? I keep forgetting I even have these buttons. Ah, here it is.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, 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 bullshit!
And I hope that came through. Because, yeah, I have a bullshit button. I think it worked. In the meantime, yeah, I'm a little bit irritated with this. They're lying to us. They are lying to us. And thank you for the reminder. I do have a bullshit button. Yes. Yeah, this is just, how stupid do they think we are? How? And, and to make it matters worse, I'm going to jump this a little bit out of order, but this is happening in California right now. Immigrants, or illegal immigrants, they have them labeled as immigrants, are protesting the deportation in Fresno, California. Well, LA is burning. Listen to this. This is no longer a protest, it's a parade, is what that said. I know it went by quickly. Well, California's burning. These jackasses are protesting removing illegal immigrants. And they're digging tunnels under our border that neither government is noticing. Like, oh Lord. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all are, if you know me well enough, you know my blood pressure is probably elevated and my heart rate is probably, well, I'm tachycardic to begin with. My heart rate's always high. I'm probably borderlining on the heart attack level with how pissed off I am by this shit. Like, no, y'all ain't got the right to protest being deported while our frickin' state is burning down. Okay, I don't even live there. One of our states is burning down, and y'all just don't want to leave? Oh, yeah, bullshit. Again, let's have some fun with that again. I like the bullshit button. I've got to find a way to move it to the top. Where'd my bullshit button go? Oh, there it is. Still in use. Okay, let's hit play. Nope, I said hit play.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit!
Yeah, okay. So, there we are. This is bullshit. This is not okay. They're doing this crap, and they shouldn't be allowed to. ICE should be standing there and checking them and removing anyone who's committed a crime, anyone who's got a warrant out on them. Just pick them up while they're right there arguing about leaving. Just, this is the best way to get them. Go to these protests, pick them up and move them. I won't complain. I got to share this, and it's again on the California. Pretty much the rest of the video is going to be California burning and how Gavin Newsom is fucking it up. So this, I'm not really sure who this is, but firefighters from Mexico just arrived in LAX. They'll be joining 1,400 other personnel already battling the fires. Well, here's the problem. Gavin Newsom is putting firefighters through some bullshit. Listen to this.
So California called for help. They said to some of their neighboring states like Nevada and Idaho and Oregon and Washington, send us some fire rigs, send us some firefighters. We've got to get these fires out. Guess what happened? Did all those fire rigs and personnel go straight to the fire lines? No, they did not. They went to Sacramento. And why? Because California says if you send us your fire rig, it must first go to Sacramento for an inspection by Cal Fire. And only if it passes the inspection, and apparently it's taking some time, some of the crews have been held up, only then does it go to Pacific Palisades and start fighting those fires in Los Angeles. That's how crazy it is. And to make it even worse, on the way out of the state, after all those fire crews and rigs are done, they have to stop in Sacramento for a second inspection on their way out of state. So California called for.
How is that okay? Anyone want to explain to me how they're so desperate for help because, oh, yeah, why? They didn't fill their reservoirs. They didn't listen to Trump's advice about clearing out underbrush and dead stuff from the forest. They didn't listen to a lot of things. And, protect the smelt. Protect the smelt. We got to protect the smelt. They can't die. You know what? Then everyone sends help. And what do? Oh, you got to pass our emissions test first. Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, Canada, that plane you sent for us to dump water on that got hit by a drone because, aviation rules mean jack shit, evidently, in California. Yeah, that plane, we'll have it fixed ASAP and we'll get it back to you. Maybe. California is a fucking joke. Also, beware if you are donating to California. This has happened twice. Gavin Newsom and I have both posts, Elizabeth Warren and Gavin Newsom. He's like, a lot of misinformation out there, just launched a new site to ensure the public has access. Well, he got fact checked. Well, community note checked. The website that Governor Newsom linked is not a state website, but rather takes you to his political campaign website, Act Blue. And that's a fundraising platform that takes 3.95% of all transactions. And again, he's not the only one. Let's show you what Elizabeth Warren put up. Now this, which with a B instead of a W. She needs to be removed from office. Look what she put. To help support the communities around LA being devastated by wildfires, you can split a donation between Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation and United Way of Greater Los Angeles. 100% of your donations will go directly to these organizations. Problem. This is not a link to a charity. It's a link to the Democratic fundraising platform. They take 3.95% of all transactions. Act Blue. You can donate directly to these charities, Los Angeles County Fire Department or United Way Greater Los Angeles instead. Yeah, corrupt motherfuckers. Corrupt beyond belief. And Newsom sits there and says, I don't want to politicize this. I don't want to politicize it. Yeah, motherfucker, yes, you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be conning people into donating through Act Blue. Because guess what happens when you donate through their link that takes you to Act Blue? You get shown as a Democratic supporter. That's what it does. It signs you up as a Democratic supporter. Total bogus bullcrap. Absolute bogus bullcrap. Because you're a Republican and you're just trying to help some people in California, but now you're shown as donating to the Democrats. And guess who's going to be calling you every election season? That is the dirtiest shit I have ever seen from a politician. I mean, The Rock and Oprah doing that to Hawaii, that's a little bit different. Because it wasn't them getting you to donate to a political party. This crap is just absolute the lowest you can go. Absolute lowest. Freaking idiots. This one is pertaining to the reservoir. Catch this. So, this chick is known. She gets $750,000 a year, by the way. She knew about the empty reservoirs and broken hydrants for months before the fires. This chick right here. Yeah, hold on. Let me enlarge this. We can get, hopefully, well, no, it doesn't enlarge it much better. Damn it. Yeah, her right here. This woman in the lower left. She needs to be removed from office. She needs to be removed. This reservoir is empty. Hydrants broken. And they wouldn't allow snow runoff or anything to refill this stuff. Nope, because of the smelt. Yeah, the dumb fish. That really, I don't like smelt. It tastes nasty. I'm not a fan of smelt. But, whatever. This guy has got he's on a personal mission against Newsom. So if you're out in California, find this guy and help him, okay? Let me play this video because he is pissed. And I don't blame him. Watch this.
Now, as a California resident, I am on a personal mission to make sure that Gavin Newsom is never again not only appointed to office, but employed by anybody. I don't want the man working at the fry counter at a Mickey D's, okay? So that being said, let me break this down for y'all. This man took $23 billion of taxpayer funds, and that's just not California money. That's federal, which means it's all of y'all money. He took $23 billion in order to so-called fix the problem of homelessness. Well, guess what happened? The problem got worse. As a matter of fact, we have the highest levels of homelessness that we have had in state history and probably, likely, in the nation's history. Now, I also want y'all to look at this. $2.6 billion was given over to none other than quote unquote migrants, aka individuals who are here illegally to cover their health care. Now, I don't know about
I'm going to pause this for a second because I'm going to explain this really fast just for people who are new here. Migrants are temporary people. They're people who come to America temporarily to work on farms during the farming season, and then they go the hell back. Immigrants move here. Illegal immigrants move here. Illegal migrants cross the border, work here illegally, and then go back. Migrant, as in migratory, like birds travel south for the season. Yeah, that's where the word migrant comes from. Migratory, they move with the season. I've worked with a few of them. Awesome people. They are not here temporarily. The word migrant implies temporary. The government is using it in a propagandic fashion to try and get you to think it is only temporary when it is not temporary at all. I will let him continue.
You and how many benefits you have received from your government, how many billions of dollars have been funneled into.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the stuff like Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. Our citizens are being kicked off of them, off those programs, so they can divert the funding to elsewhere. In case y'all didn't know. Personal experience, going through it. My daughter was kicked off of SSI. She is disabled. They said after 7 years, magically, you're not disabled anymore. You are totally not disabled. You go ahead and live your normal life. And all those medicines you need, yeah, just talk to Medicaid. Talk to Medicaid. Oh, you make too much money. You got to go through the marketplace. Go to the marketplace. Oh, you got to pay us $240 a month. And on top of that, you have an $800 deductible. We'll help cover your monthly cost, but you still have that $800 deductible you got to meet before we'll take up our part of it. We can't afford to do that. The money laundering ops from, yes. And we can't afford that. We're right at the lower end of middle class, okay? We're at the lower middle class. We make like, what was it? Right around $48K a year, okay, for a family of 4. Not bad. We're doing pretty damn good, I gotta say. I'm not upset about it. I can make our bills, but I can't afford to pay $800 in deductibles and co-pays because our government feels the need to divert my daughter's disability to other people. And then Biden goes and says, I'm going to add an extra $300 to the Social Security paychecks each month. Well, here's the problem. That means more people are going to get kicked off of disability and Social Security. You watch if they don't find a way to say you don't qualify. You watch. It's absolutely pissing me off. Why are they doing this? Why are they allowed to do this? Why haven't we removed every single one of them from office? And again, I have no problem with people coming here legally. I have no problem with people needing our welfare system. It's perfectly fine. My daughter needs her medicines and I can't afford them. And I get it. We're middle class. But there used to be a time when you could afford to live on middle class, even lower middle class income, and still cover medical costs through your work. Okay? I did it. I was looking at the math to get my ex-husband insurance through his work. It would be $400 a month plus deductibles and co-pays. All these welfare benefits that we pay into, we're not getting. We're never going to see them again. Unless there is a drastic overhaul to our system. Let this guy continue. I totally got sidetracked. But yes, it pisses me off because I see too many Americans going through way too much bullshit because of our government. Let me go ahead and finish.
Your own health care. But it seems that those who came here illegally are well taken care of.
And that is ages 26 to 49, military age. Just a reminder, military age. Most of those guys are in the military age.
Y'all see that, right? Yeah. That's what we're dealing with. That's who these people are. Now, as a California.
And that's why he's on a personal vendetta to make Newsom resign. And I can't blame him. This is just, it's going too far. It's going way too far. I have absolutely 100% said this is bull crap. Absolute bull crap. And at this point, I'm going to just end up repeating myself a dozen times. It's why we need the border closed. It's why we need to reform everything. This is why we have these programs that I was telling you about for the general assemblies of the different states. Get involved. RestoreAmerica.org. I'm telling you. I am telling y'all. Go to those sites. The nominees for the people, policies for the people, and RestoreAmerica.org. Get your voices heard. Please get your voices heard, because all this is going to do is piss me off on levels you would not believe. I want that border shut down. I want our welfare system going to our people who have paid into it. Again, I don't care if you are an immigrant and you come here legally. I will gladly have you here. I will. And if someone, I swear, I hear one more person say, "You're in America, speak English," I'm probably going to cuss them out. You'll see me on some TikTok video being called a Karen for telling someone, by the way, America has no national language or national religion, so you can shove that, "Oh, you're in America, speak English," right up your rear end and sit and spin a few times, because you don't have to learn English. It makes it easier, but they can come here and not speak English. That's fine, as long as they're here legally, respectfully, and not committing crimes. I think we can all agree on that one. I think we can all agree on it. That as long as they're here, it's no big deal. The rest of this nonsense that people are pushing, they need all these welfare system things and all this other stuff. No, that stuff did not exist. Back when I was working with the migrant workers, they didn't come here and get on Medicaid and Medicare and food stamps while they were working in the farms. That crap didn't exist. These people are not here for temporary work. And honestly, when my grandfather came to America, these welfare systems didn't exist. It was 1929. My great-grandfather, actually, my grandfather was only a kid. My great-grandfather brought him. They didn't exist back then. You got here and you hit the road and you started finding jobs and you made your way. You didn't do this nonsense of, "Well, I'm going to live off the system until they get sick of me and force me to go do something." That's just not allowed to happen. Like, go do something productive and show why you want to be in America. Show you're going to help America. Show you're going to adapt to American culture and American ways. It only makes sense. But yet you got these idiots who are absolutely 100% ridiculously adamant that, no, you don't got to do that when you come here. You can do whatever you please. You can just, be however you want. You can commit crimes, and we'll give you unlimited number of times to get it right before we decide that you're just not going to conform, and we might send you back to your other country, or we might just keep you in our jail system, trapping you on taxpayers' dollars even longer. How's this make sense? Anyone got an answer? Because I've had it with this nonsense. And again, I am friends with people who are from other countries, born in other countries. Their parents were born in other countries. I love all of them. They're great people because they're here behaving themselves and properly trying to be, one of those great people to make America better. 90% of the people who come here legally don't want the illegals here any more than we do. Okay? They don't want the cartels setting root in here, in which we talked about for almost a week straight, how bad the cartels are getting set up here in America. I can go on about this till I'm blue in the face and I'm dead in the ground. I'm telling y'all, the border is our biggest threat right now. It is more of a threat than China because China's coming through the border. And there's that also wonderful complaint. There was one more video I forgot to show. Hold up. Let me jump down here. I forgot about this. Actually, speaking of the border, there was some jackass on X earlier complaining about how China's setting up around all of our important infrastructure. It's like, no shit. American people have been telling you this for 10 years. China. I can't do that voice. I can't do the Trump China thing. But I forgot to tell you guys this. That whole Smart LA I covered the other day on the last episode. The Smart LA, why they're burning the city down to get the new the high-speed rail system in and the new smart city built. Yeah. Let's listen to this. I forgot this one.
Over the course of the next several years, Los Angeles will be host to the World Cup and then the Super Bowl and then the Olympics.
Geez, that sounds like a good reason to burn the place down and get rid of all the, homelessness. That sounds like a really good reason to burn it down because you can't fix it while it's still a dump. While it's being used as a dump, you can't clean it. So they had to burn it to the ground to start fresh.
With this rebuilding effort needing to take place, is LA going to be ready for all of those global events?
My humble position, and it's not just being naively optimistic, that only reinforces the imperative moving quickly, doing in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation. President of the United States, Donald Trump, to his credit, was helpful in getting the Olympics to.
Holy shit, a Democrat complimented Trump. Let me check my pulse. Hold on. Is it beating? Oh, no, my heart's still beating. I'm not dead. Holy shit. A Democrat complimented Trump? Whoa. Now that needs to be highlighted. That needs to be highlighted repeatedly. He complimented Trump. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me let him finish.
The United States of America to get it down here in LA. We thank him for that. This is an opportunity for him to shine, for this country to shine, for California and this community to shine. The opportunity with all of that and all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not just hosting those three iconic games and venues, but also the opportunity, I think, to rebuild at the same time. And that's why we're already organizing a Marshall Plan. We already have.
So their plan was burn the shit to the ground because it's easier to burn it and start fresh than to try and repair all the damage they'd done over the last, 70 years? Once a foundation is cracked, you got to repair the foundation. They're like, you know what? I got a better idea. Grab the blowtorch, grab the flamethrowers. Let's have some fun. Hey, don't forget the marshmallows and the hot dogs. These freaking idiots. Like, does anybody not see how ridiculous these people are? And that this was it's the only thing that makes sense. It was the only way they would have time and money to do it was a natural disaster. And I know I sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist, but those of you who know me, I don't go that far of a stretch unless I'm absolutely sure I can definitively say, look at these events. It all makes sense. And I showed it in my last episode. If you missed it, it was towards the end of the episode. There was a map of where the fires were, overlaid where these new stadiums are going and where the high-speed train rails are going. It lines up perfectly. They wiped out LA so they could rebuild it as a smart city. They did. I swear to God, they did. And one day, the paperwork's going to come out. One day, it's going to be proven. But until then, call me crazy. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I will take a bow, and I will do it with pride. This shit was on purpose.
Have a team of looking and reimagining LA 2.0, and we're making sure everyone's included, not just the folks on the coast, people here that were ravaged by this disaster.
You just said you're organizing a Marshall Plan for the rebuilding of California. What is that?
That rebuilding plan was put into place a couple years ago. It's not new. It was a couple years ago. Yeah, just so y'all know.
Marshall Plan. Tell us about this
we're
Marshall
just
plan.
starting to lay out. I mean, we're still fighting these fires. So we're already talking to city leaders. We're already talking to civic leaders. We're already talking to business leaders and nonprofits. We're talking to labor leaders. We're starting to organize how we can put together a collection of individuals on philanthropy for recovery, how we can organize the
The churches will do more for you than your government will. Your local neighbors will do more for you than your government will. Your everything. And I'm not talking just Christian churches. I am talking mosques, what's the other one? Oh fuck, my brain's freezing. Every religious culture in your area is going to help you before your government will help you. Okay? Community action, community outreach, all those places are going to help you before any government level will help you. So know your locations, know what's around you, know what's in your community, and know where to find them, because you ain't getting any other help besides them. And if you live near the Amish, talk to them, be friendly with them. They'll have your back.
region, how we can make sure that we are seeking federal assistance.
You don't deserve federal assistance. You don't deserve federal assistance. You mishandled the taxes that come in to your state every year by the billions. You are the most overtaxed state with the highest businesses and the highest paying and income, the highest intake of finances are in California. Okay? You got your Silicon Valley. You got all of the freaking music industry out there, all the movie industry out there. Your freaking state is rich out the nose and you guys can't handle your money. This nonsense has to stop. They can't handle the money and they want to go and ask for federal assistance. They can't handle their money, but they want to go and ask for federal assistance. I got 2 middle fingers for you, Newsom.
For the Olympics more broadly, but also federal assistance for the recovery efforts, and how we can galvanize the community with.
You notice it's right as Trump's getting ready to leave. So he's kind of no choice, even though they left North Carolina with bullshit. They left Hawaii with bullshit. The federal is what's going to happen when California gets a $750 check for their property? What's going to happen? Seriously, anyone thinking about this?
Folks that love this community to really develop a mindset so that at scale, we're dealing with the scope of this tragedy and responding to it at scale with efficiency, like the executive order I talked about, time value of delivering projects, addressing building codes, addressing permitting issues, and moving forward to rebuilding and being more resilient.
So, yeah, that jackass seems to think that he can handle federal money better than he could handle his own state's income. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling complete and utter bullshit on that guy. He's an idiot. He's an imbecile, and he does not deserve to be in power. And with that, I do believe I'm going to call it a day because my blood pressure is skyrocketing because this pisses me off. All the links are already in the description. I dropped it in while the video was playing. Just, you know what? If you live in California, I'm praying for you. I'm seriously praying for you. These people are screwing you guys over. Just so you know, California has a general assembly. They have a state assembly. Go work with them if you're in California. Many states have it. Michigan is actually one of the ones who more recently reinstated theirs. If your state has a local militia, local army, their own state military, help them out. Join them if you're of age, if you physically can, because America is doing a nosedive, and for all the wrong reasons. It is absolute nonsense. So with that, I thank you all for showing up, being here. And as usual, stay safe, stay sane, stay sober. I will not be here tomorrow because I have doctor's appointments, but I will be back on Tuesday. So I greatly appreciate everyone being here, and I will catch y'all on the next one.